Good morning and welcome to our end of term assembly. And congratulations to you all. We've made it to the end of term 2. It's actually been 18 weeks since we started back at school in August. And I know how much has been achieved by you all. So congratulations. Now, it's starting to look and feel a lot like Christmas. And later on in this assembly, once you get to the end, you will see some familiar faces uttering those very words. Now, why is it starting to look and feel a lot like Christmas? It's because of all of the events that have been going on at school during the past week or so. Last week we had our early years and Key Stage 1 Christmas extravaganza, and we had our performing arts winter concert entitled Virtually For You. If you haven't seen them, please go and watch them. They are amazing. So many of our students have been so courageous in sharing their talents with us and sharing the joy of Christmas. So thank you to everyone that took part, and especially to those that performed in those concerts and extravaganzas. Now on Monday, we also had another Christmas event. We had our Christmas bedtime stories, and it was wonderful seeing, again, so much joy on the screen. We had people dressed up, we had Christmas decorations, and most importantly, we had some amazing Christmas stories read by incredible primary teachers and staff. So thank you to all the families that participated in that event to make it such a joyful community event. Now, what is Christmas? What does it mean? Well, it obviously means different things to different people. I'm going to share with you very quickly what Christmas means to me. Now, Christmas, like any celebration, whether it be Dasai or Tiha, is a time to take stock, and to celebrate. It's a time to slow down. As you know, our lives are pretty hectic. School's hectic. We all work very, very hard whilst we're at school, but also at home. And sometimes we not necessarily neglect, but we fail to spend probably as much time as we should with the people that we love and that we care about. And holidays and celebrations like Christmas give us that opportunity to really strengthen those bonds, to find out more about the people that we spend our everyday lives with, and to really revel in the joy that comes from strengthening those bonds through reminiscing, through storytelling, through telling jokes, to looking forward and planning for the future. So I hope you get that. I hope you take that opportunity to do those things this Christmas. Christmas is also a time of positivity, and I've mentioned the word joy a number of times. I think it's hard not to feel positive when there are so many other people that are feeling positive around us. That helps by lots of colour, lots of red, as you can see, lots of decorations, lots of lights. It really is a time when we see the best versions of each other, and it's an opportunity to show the best versions of ourselves. We talk a lot about kindness and compassion, and certainly Christmas time is a time where we can demonstrate that. We often give presents and we show our thanks in those ways. There's a real joy in also giving presents. And it's not just the act of giving the present, it's an act of telling someone that you care about them and you appreciate them. And again, I hope you take that opportunity to do that this Christmas. Now, this assembly is really about term 1 and term 2, especially term 2, and all of your numerous achievements. And when I think of your achievements, I think of our school mottos and our school mission and vision. I think of excellence, I think of kindness, I think of compassion that I've already talked about, I think of creativity, the confidence that you show, the way that you challenge yourselves. And that all really encapsulates our community. And later on, Mr. Leahy and Miss Graddon will really recognise your achievements over the past term. Before that though, I asked a few of our new students and a couple of our new teachers to really talk about their first 2 terms at TBS. to tell us what they felt was special about our community. Ask them also to talk a little bit about what they're looking forward to when they come back to campus, and when we hopefully come back to campus in the new year, or what they're expecting. And I also asked them to talk a little bit about what Christmas means to them. So, up next we have two new students. We have Tanisha in year 5, and we have Vivek in year 12. And then we're going to hear from Miss Bradley in year 4, and Mr. Montague Munson, who teaches history and sociology in the secondary school. So, over to you guys.
Hello, I'm Tanisha, and today I'm going to answer some questions. So, the best thing about TBS is that teachers give time to the students, like whenever they have something sort of a problem. So that time teacher always gives a helping hand. The thing that I like about Kathmandu is people are very friendly, and I love to travel. So, and over here there are many mountains, and especially the view is very nice. Then what I like about Christmas, the thing that I like about Christmas is that Christmas is a very joyful and a very cherished festival with a lot of lights and decorations, and this is the thing I love about Christmas. And over here, the thing that I'm going to look forward when I go to school is that I'm going to do all the safety precautions, like giving hand sanitizers, like social distancing, and all of these I am going to do when I am there on the campus. Thank you.
If I ever had to talk about the best thing of TBS, it would probably be the helpful and friendly nature of the students and teachers. As for Kathmandu, it would be for its beautiful weather. The thing I am looking most forward to about returning to campus would be to interact with my friends and teachers face to face. Although I don't celebrate Christmas to a large extent, I believe it carries a holiday mood around it, which makes it very special.
Hi TBS, it's Miss Bradley here, and Merry Christmas to all of you. Well done, we've made it through 2 terms of school, and what a strange 2 terms it has been with this online learning. Mr. Platt has asked me to answer some questions for you about my introduction to the British school. So, first of all, what is the thing I love most about the British school? I didn't have to think very hard to answer this one. The students at the school are phenomenal, and it's been my pleasure to get to know you, even though it's been remotely over these 2 terms, and I can't wait to meet you all in person and to learn together what we're all capable of. Which links me to the next question. What are you looking forward to most about returning to campus? Well, that's meeting you all properly, not on a computer screen. I can't wait to have you in the classroom and to see you around school and to learn more about the fantastic people you are. The third question Mr. Platts has asked me to answer is, what's the best thing about Kathmandu? And for me at the moment, I must admit, it's my little flat that I'm in. I love it. It's got a most amazing balcony. I had the most amazing welcome, and it's far more spacious than the camper van I was living in before I made it to Kathmandu. So the best thing for me about Kathmandu is actually being here, having a little space. Unfortunately, I haven't had much chance to explore yet, as I've been keeping safe and trying to stay away from people in the current pandemic. And the third question, probably my favourite question of all, is what do you love most about Christmas? And this was a really tough tough one because there's so many things I love about Christmas. There is gingerbread houses, there's the decorations, if it snows, the snowman, and the food's always good, candy canes. But the thing that stands out most for me, I think, is the singing. I love singing carols and celebrating with singing and singing with my family. If I was in England, we always have a sing-along around the piano at Christmas time, and I'm very much in Kathmandu missing singing with my choir because we go around caroling a lot. So I love spreading the joy of Christmas through caroling. That is my favourite thing about Christmas. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas holidays and look forward to seeing you again in January and hopefully some of you face to face. Bye for now.
Hello, it's me, Mr. Montague, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about my experiences for my first couple of terms here at TBS. My favourite thing about TBS itself, or having started teaching here, are the people. Of course, it would have to be. The students that I teach, who are so amazingly engaged, helpful and kind, who seem to be really eager to learn despite all the difficulties we're having sort of with the pandemic. And obviously my colleagues as well, who have really been amazingly supportive, friendly and just amazing people to be around and to learn from as well. Once we finally get to return to campus, I'm really, really looking forward to actually meeting my students. That's the sort of main thing that I'm excited for. The campus is beautiful. I love the sort of trees and the leafy feel that's up there, and my classroom sort of has a great view onto the pond there. But yeah, meeting my students is going to be an amazing experience. Finally, properly getting to sort of properly put faces to names and to be able to interact with them in the classroom. I think that's every teacher's sort of dream for the end of this pandemic. As for my favourite thing about Kathmandu itself, well, it's really hard to pin that down to any one thing. I think it's an amazing city filled with amazing people. I've had a really spectacular time since getting here, exploring, trying lots of different food, meeting lots of different people, and it has just been an amazing experience. I think this city is the best I've ever been to, for sure. It's been a really, really wonderful place to spend my life over the past couple of months, and long may it continue. Finally, I've been asked what I love most about Christmas, and I think it's probably my favourite season of the year. I really enjoy kind of the festive cheer, the generosity, the kindness that people show to each other, and the Christmas carols, things being decorated and things like that. And it's lovely to see in Kathmandu that there's lots of decorations around, even though it's not necessarily the biggest of holidays here. And normally it's a time for family, and that is something I love about it. But I think this year, I'll be spending Christmas in Kathmandu away from my family. I think a lot of people are going to be having that experience given the circumstances. I just think it's nice to set aside a time of the year for giving gifts, having lovely times with other people, eating nice food, and sort of just commemorating a special part of the year, and really trying to sort of have a familial feel with those closest to you. In general, it's just been a really wonderful time, and I think it's been the start of an amazing journey for me. And I've met some wonderful students, wonderful staff, and I get to live in an amazing city. So I'm really glad that I came to TBS, and I hope to be here for a long time yet.
Thank you so much to Tanisha, to Vivek, to Miss Bradley and Mr. Montague Munson for sharing your thoughts with us. And thank you to all of our new students and staff for having such a tremendous impact already on our school community. And of course, thank you to everyone for making our new staff and students feel so welcome. I'm now going to pass over to Mr. Leahy and Miss Graddon, who are going to be celebrating the many achievements that have taken place over the past term. Mr. Leahy.
Hello, Primary, and welcome to our end of term assembly. And thank you to Mr. Platts. Well, as you can see, Some of my highlights have been your learning. In fact, that's the main highlight of this term, how fantastic you've been with all the different learning activities and how you've created them, how you've applied yourself to them, how you've shared them, and then we've been able to celebrate them and showcase them on Tapestry, on Seesaw, but also in our newsletters. And those are some of the highlights of the different IPC units or topics that you've been learning about this term that have really impressed me and have shown just how much you've learnt this term. Also, other highlights for me have been our assemblies. We've had some great assemblies this term. 2 class assemblies, one led by Mr. Morris in Year 4 on the theme of festivals and celebrations, which is a beautiful assembly showing us some of the great ways that we can continue to enjoy our festivals even during the time of our pandemic. And a really thought-provoking assembly by Miss Aoife's Year 6 class on the theme of Champions for Change. Fantastic music assembly as well, showcasing your musical talents. And thank you to Mrs. Pratton for organising that and for coordinating the assembly. It's been great to see our student leaders and house captains beginning to take a lead in different ways in our assemblies, as well as thinking about the issues that we want to support each other with and raise awareness of in our community. Of course, we've had some online assessments. So some of you have been doing assessments in writing as well as in mathematics. And thank you to your teachers for organising that. And thank you to you for doing that very sensibly without any help from your mum or dad. I guess a real highlight for me was our bedtime stories earlier this week. And it was great to see our elves showing off and sharing with us some fantastic stories. So well done to our storytellers and well done to all of you who joined us for that. We had a great turnout and I hope you enjoyed it too. Well, I guess if I was to pick one thing that has been a real highlight for me this term, it was our virtual early years and Key Stage 1 Christmas extravaganza show. And I just want to show you a small highlight from that. I know many of you have already seen the whole show, but I just wanted to share a little bit with you just to remind us all of how good it was. That was great. Thank you very much, Early Years and Key Stage 1. And as is our custom, I just want to share with you all the names of our friends who've got birthdays around about this time, right up until the end of December. And you can see all the student names there. So I hope you all have a really happy birthday. And also to our teacher friends, Miss Singh, Mr. Morgan and Mrs. Shrestha. So we wish you all a very warm and festive happy birthday too. And what I thought we'd do this time is, instead of having a happy birthday song, we are going to have Oksana in Year 6 sharing with us a festive traditional Christmas song, Christmas New Year song, which will send birthday wishes to all of our friends. Over to you, Oksana.
Wishing you all a Merry Christmas with this Christmas song, Auld Lang Syne.
Thank you, Upsana. That was lovely. And all that remains for me to say now is to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and to leave you with the same message from all of primary. So over to you, and see you next term. Bye.
you very much, Miss Grandin, and thank you also to Mr. Leahy. Now, as you can see in the picture, we have our Leavers candle, so you will know what that means. Unfortunately, we'll be saying goodbye to 11 students today as they embark on their new journey and their new adventure. We are going to be hearing in a moment from our primary students who have provided their own videos and their own candles to talk about what they're going to miss about TBS and what they're looking forward to. So in a moment we'll be hearing from Jeremy and his brother Matthew. We'll be hearing from Angelisa from year 6, from Mohammed in year 5, from Emmanuel and his sister Gabriella, from Arav in year 4, and Rajavi in year 4. We'll also be hearing from Naomi and her brother Daniel. We'll also be saying goodbye to Usman in year 9 in the secondary school. Usman won't be able to provide us with a video, but I know his teachers are especially going to miss his positive and friendly presence around the school, and I also know that the basketball team are especially going to miss his skills, his shooting skills, and apparently his great layup skills. So all the very best to you, Usman. Okay, let's hear from our primary students.
Hello, my name is Arav, and I have really enjoyed TBS. I've enjoyed doing my responsibilities, opportunities, and every live lesson. I'm also enjoying doing this video right now. I'm really sad that I have to leave TBS so soon. Feels like I have only been here for weeks, when actually I've been here for 4 months. I've enjoyed every day, school, and I am really looking forward to going to Thailand. I hope my next school there is as good as TBS. And bye. And I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas.
Going to the UK, Bulford, and I'm going to be going to Kiwi school. So, I'm just gonna first say that I've never seen that school and I've never heard about it, but I'm just gonna tell those later and talk about my experiences with TBS. So, what I've enjoyed about TBS is the fun activities, fun experiences, fun stuff in general, all those stuff. And I'm gonna really miss those. And even the last day of school where we did fun stuff. And what I'm gonna miss about TBS is teachers, people I know, people I've met, and friends, cause I know I'm not gonna see them again. I probably won't see them ever again, so I'm gonna miss them. And what I look forward into my new school is meeting new people, friends, and finding people who have the same interests as me. And the new people I'm gonna meet, I've actually never seen them before, so that's gonna be pretty exciting. So yeah.
Hi, this is Rajavi, and this is what I enjoyed about TBS. I enjoyed all the learning with my teachers, all my friends, and the IPC histories topics we had, and especially the overnight camps. I want to miss about TBS, my friends, and the teachers teaching me to learn stuff in amazing ways. I'm looking forward to making new friends and making great achievements in my new school. Thank you.
Hello, primary. I'm going to leave Nepal, and I'm going to go to this country called Netherlands, and in the city called Apeldoorn.
What are you most looking forward in your new school?
I'm most looking forward going to my new school without doing it online.
What are you going to miss from TBS?
my friends and teachers.
Something you have really enjoyed at TBS.
Playing and learning and working hard.
What I liked about TBS is my friends, and what I didn't like about TBS is people not being nice to me. And what I'm looking forward to at my new school is new friends.
Hi Jeremy, what have you enjoyed about TBS, about the school?
Seeing my friends, meeting the school when I was little, and meeting friends.
And what are you going to miss about the school?
My friends and teachers.
And what are you looking forward to in your next country in Bangladesh?
Seeing my new school and meeting my new friends.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say?
Maybe I can visit Nepal so I can see some of you, and also I could go to the school.
Okay. All right.
And visit.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed the high-tech learning. I will miss the playground and the primary astro, and I'm looking forward for good learning. Bye bye. See ya.
What have you enjoyed about TBS, about the school?
The first thing was the playground, the toys.
What are you going to miss?
The playground and toilets.
And what are you looking forward to in Bangladesh?
If I could swim.
And you could swim? What else?
Okay, so good morning TBS. Here I'm leaving to Netherlands, so I'm going to say the things that I've enjoyed from TBS, the things I'm going to miss, and the thing I'm looking forward to go to the Netherlands. Okay, so the thing that I will miss is friends and teachers, and and especially football, and all the times I've been in TBS. What I have enjoyed here, also friends and teachers, and also my learning, especially IPC, because that's my favorite topic. And also what I am going to enjoy at Netherlands is that I'm going to make new friends, and that I will see my grandparents, that I can go bicycling, that I could go to different places. So yeah, I think I'll miss you guys. So I hope we see each other in the future. Bye.
I enjoyed in TBS was playing football with my friends. What I'm gonna miss about TBS? I'm gonna miss about TBS is friends and teachers. What I'm looking forward in my new school is making new friends.
Thank you. So lovely to hear those words from our departing students. Thank you for your contribution to the school and the impact that you've had on the school. You should all be extremely proud of. We wish you our very best as you move on to the next really exciting stage in your lives and on your learning journey. Please stay in touch and always remember you're a part of the TBS family. We are at the end of our assembly now, but we have two very special performances to end the assembly. First of all, we're going to hear from our primary students with a rendition of 12 Days of Christmas, and then we're going to hear from our staff with a rendition of a song called It's Beginning to Feel a Lot Like Christmas. Please enjoy your Christmas holidays. Take that precious time and spend that time with your friends and family, and please enjoy that. And we very much look forward to seeing you, hopefully, in person in the new year. Take care, everyone, and see you soon. Over to you, students and staff.
The house captains and prefects have a Christmas treat for you. Enjoy our version of the 12 days of Christmas.
On the first day of Christmas, my teacher sent me
of empathy.
On the second day of lockdown, the census struck me.
2 power cuts and a home learning to keep me busy.
On the third day of lockdown, my teacher yelled at me.
Use Google Classroom, 2 power cuts and smiles and lots of empathy.
On the 4th day of lockdown, my teacher said to me,
For Google Meets, use Google Classroom, 2 power cuts and home learning to keep me busy.
On the 5th day of lockdown, my teacher said to me,
Zoom meetings for Google Meets. Use Google Classroom, 2 power cuts and smiles and empathy.
On the 6th day of lockdown, compassion grew in me.
Checking in with friends, 5 Zoom meetings for Google Meets. Use Google Classroom, 2 power cuts and home learning to keep me busy.
On the 7th day of lockdown, the community impressed me.
Raising lots of money, checking it with friends, 5 Zoom meetings, 4 Google Meets. Use Google Classroom, 2 power cuts, smiles and lots of empathy.
On the 8th day of lockdown, Mr. Platt said to me,
Still not opening, raising lots of money, checking in with friends, 5 Zoom meetings, 4 Google Meets, use Google Classroom, 2 power cuts, and home learning to keep me busy.
On the 9th day of lockdown, ICT said to me,
9 network lagging, still school still not opening, raising lots of money, checking in with friends, 5 Zoom meetings, 4 Google Meets. Use Google Classroom, 2 power cuts, and I'm learning to keep me busy.
On the 10th day of lockdown, the teacher said to me,
Turn your camera on, 9 networks lagging, school still not opening, raising lots of money, checking in with friends, 5 Zoom meetings, 4 Google Meets, use Google Classroom, 2 power cuts, smiles and lots of empathy.
On the 11th day of lockdown, my teacher said to me,
Respond to your feedback, turn on your camera, 9 networks lagging, school still not opening, raising lots of money, checking in with friends, 5 Zoom meetings, 4 Google Meets, use Google Classroom, 2 power cuts, and home learning to keep me busy.
On the 12th day of lockdown, my teachers praised me.
You've been amazing. Respond to your feedback. Turn your camera on. 9 networks lagging. School still not opening. Raising lots of money. Checking in with friends. 5 Zoom meetings. 4 Google Meets. Use Google Classrooms, 2 power cuts, and a ton of smiles and empathy.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go.
Take a look in the 5 and 10.
glistening once again.
With candy canes and silver lanes aglow, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots is the wish of Barney and Ben.
Dolls that'll talk and we'll go for a walk is the hope for Janice and Jen.
And I can hardly wait for school to start again.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go.
Now there's a tree in the Grand Hotel,
One in the park as well,
the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start,
and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots
is the wish of Barney and Ben.
Dolls that'll talk and we'll go for a walk
Is the hope for Janice and Jen.
And the mom and dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your